Welcome to the Daily Push. This is Ben Adamson from PushCoach.com, and it's Friday the 8th of November 2013. It's Friday. On Friday, we talk about work-life balance. So today we'll be talking about how we can take some small steps to introduce a better balance between what we're doing in our work professionally and what we're doing in our personal lives to make sure that we're having that rich experience that we're all after. The key to this in a lot of cases is recognizing where in our personal life we've lost that control and the things that we're doing are not necessarily the things that are aligned with our own long-term goals and values, but we're being controlled, I guess, by the things that we need to do for other people or just being told by other people what to do and reacting to that. In addition, in a lot of cases, our work life will be blurring those boundaries coming over into our personal life and meaning that we don't have that time or space or our own energy to create the things that we want to with our lives. So one of the really important keys is being able to create that definition and have those different compartments where we have work contained. When we're working, we also have our lives contained so that we're not having that sort of blurring between the two. If we can work towards achieving that kind of balance, we're going to get that perfect outcome on both sides, being able to do really well in our professional lives and also ensure that when we have our personal time, we're able to maximize that, make the most of it and really enjoy ourselves and feel that we're building towards the things that we are really interested in, the values and goals that inside we want to reflect in our outward lives. So keeping that in mind, we can really take time on a Friday in particular. We're at that tipping point between work and our personal lives in a lot of cases. For most people who are working a traditional week, Friday will be that gateway into the weekend. We're starting to think about leaving work behind for the week and starting to pursue some of our own endeavors. And that's a really good time to just reflect on how well we have established that differentiation. How are we going with that mission to have a nice balance between work and life? And to what degree is that allowing us to feel that we are free in both of those realms to perform to our utmost? So when we're at work, we're performing really well. We're not distracted by what's going on with our personal duties or responsibilities. And when we are free to pursue our personal lives, we're not spending all of that time thinking about what's going on at work, the project that we're working on, whether we've got some concerns around things that are happening there. So this is something that's really worthy of our consideration. It's not something that we should push to the back of our minds. We should always be thinking, okay, what can I do to better ensure that I have this in hand? It's not just something that's going to take care of itself. I need to make sure that I've got that ability to understand what my duties are in both realms, but also what I want to be doing. So what are my long-term goals and my long-term values? So if we don't consider that and we don't spend time thinking about it, the chances that we're actually going to end up in that ideal place where we want to be with everything in tune within our lives is very, very small. The successful people that we see around us and the people that we admire in most cases did not end up there by accident and they didn't end up there by doing no work. So understanding that we need to define that plan, lay down those goals and really spend some time thinking about what's involved in getting from where we are now to where we want to be in the future is a really key process and a bit of a fundamental change in thinking from maybe where we were before. Every Friday, we're going to revisit this theme of work and life and how they interact. Obviously, this is quite a broad overview, but what we'll do is drill down on some methods and some different ways that we can understand where we're potentially having some conflicts, where we're having some issues, and also just building up that knowledge around what it is that we want to be focusing on, where we want to be putting our energy, and just that thought process around where are we now as compared to where we want to be in that realm of work-life balance. So getting that differentiation, having that border so that we're not being pressured too much either way. Another thing that's really important to remember on a Friday is that it does account for 20% of our working week. So let's not just sort of dial it in, not drift through to the weekend. Maximize what you can take care of within that time and just make sure that you're not setting yourself up for a painful Monday. Take care of all those tasks that are there to be done. Don't leave any nasty phone calls or emails that need to be returned. Make sure that all of that is being taken care of so that when you come in Monday, it can be fresh with a clean slate and you can be achieving at your best. Have a great Friday. This is Ben Adamson from PushCoach.com and this has been the Daily Push. Take care. I'll talk to you soon.